Hi everyone, this is Anjanette from AJ's Personal Touch. This is take two. I tried to tape a couple minutes ago and I was about 15 minutes in, put it on pause and came back and it was gone. I mean, like it vanished and I looked at in my computer and cannot find it anywhere. So evidently, even though it showed it was taping, it's lost somewhere or who knows what. Anyway, I came on to tell you that I've been gone for a while, and I don't know what other word to use, but sorry for that. Um, I'd use a different one if there was a better one, because I don't really think it's something I should apologize for. Um, Except I know that some of you do look and you watch for me, which I appreciate that so much. But I come on when I can. And I've been recovering from my surgery, and I have had some really bad days here lately. I thought it was all surgery related, but it turns out that it was pancreas related and some of it. So I'm having what feels like the start of a pancreatic attack, chronic pancreatitis attack. But I'm hoping it doesn't last long. I've had times where I'll feel yucky for a couple days and then I will get better. I'm hoping that's what this is, especially because I went for like 2 days. I couldn't really keep much down. I had some really bad migraines, um, which at first were being taken care of by my meds and then they weren't. And then I was fine after I had a day of sleep. So I think maybe I'd been overdoing it and didn't realize it, um, especially because I'm, in recovery. Although I've pretty well been taking it easy since after Christmas, since I had my couple days of sleeping after Christmas and I was down because I haven't felt 100% since then. And I think I said this on my last, maybe in the live that I was on with my friend Nadine, and I think I've taped once more since then, that the doctor used a numbing medicine that stays in your system for a couple days. And I think it's when that wore off that I felt so terrible after Christmas and needed to rest. I went today for my first post-op visit, which went very well. It is, driving down 3 hours there and then 3 hours back. So it's a long day. Um, Everything went well, but I started feeling yucky again. We stopped at my favorite place to get a sandwich on the way back. I think I've explained this before. There's like this little farm market. It used to be an outdoor farm market until um, the health department started, telling them that they couldn't sell anything but vegetables outside, and they had some other things that they were starting to sell. So then they built a building, and they have some of the best cheese. Oh my goodness, cheese galore. Now we always stop. We used to stop and get cheese for me all the time, but we've been finding some decent cheeses here at the store. So my husband doesn't get cheese for me as much anymore, except we stop and get sandwiches on our way home because they have some of the best lunch meat and reasonably priced. They have a lot of Amish type foods in here. Um, you can find pantry foods along with fresh vegetables all year round. They have more fresh vegetables in the, summertime and that when they can have some outside and inside. Um, and they have more tables, but like right now they have a table that is half vegetables and half like Christmas stuff type foods and holiday type foods. And now more snacky type foods. And then they'll go back to having all of their tables on the inside be produce once it's produce season again. They do have produce that they get from other places during the winter to keep having really good produce, in there, like potatoes and different things like that. Just a nice little farm stand with some amazing Amish food that is in there. And they have a lot of frozen like pies and stuff that are made from the Amish bakeries and stuff that I would really love to get one someday. My husband and I say, "Oh, we're going to get one," and then we don't. Um, I know I always, when we get our sandwiches, which I was getting ready to say, we always get a sandwich for lunch on our way home. And it has turned out that I used to have a restaurant that I loved to go to. It had all the different kind of pancakes and everything, better than IHOP. I could get, oh, like Nutella pancakes, in the winter, Christmas time, gingerbread, pancakes, all the different kinds of pancakes you can think of. And they do an awesome job, but they're also extremely busy now. Their food doesn't taste as good as when we first started going there. Um, Now they're just so busy with people coming and going during the pandemic because it's one of the only good restaurants around the hospital, and now the other ones that used to be around, a lot of them are closed. So they're just always, always busy. And I think because of how busy they are, it has either that or they've just lost some of their good chefs and stuff. But anyway, it's not as good as it used to be. And plus, I'm not as into, I like sweets, but I'm not into extremely sweets. Um, so some of them I can't eat because they're just way too sweet. And but they do have a great fruit plate and different things. I can always find something there to eat if my husband wants to stop there because he does like it there too. So sometimes we stop there if he wants, especially if he needs to sit down and eat and not eat while he's driving, which I get that. I understand that. But otherwise, especially if we're in a hurry, or if he's not wanting to sit down for, lunch, we will stop at the farm stand and get a sandwich. And I almost always get, well, I always get roast beef. I want to try their chicken sometime. I just haven't done it yet. Um, I was thinking about doing it today, but I knew I was coming home to some chicken, that lunch meat in the fridge. So, and with how I've been with not being able to keep proteins down, I didn't want to add to it. Um, I have had chicken sandwiches the last 2 days and I've been fine. I think it's just when it comes to leftovers. And my husband has been home to make things like for New Year's. Oh, every New Year's he makes stuffed cabbage, and it is so good. And he has been um, changing it and making it easier for me to eat ever since I had my gastric bypass a while ago. So instead of using rice, he'll use rice, make half the mixture with rice like he does for himself. Then he would make the other half with couscous, which is a small pasta, and I could tolerate that better than I can rice. I'm to the point where I can handle different rices and things, and I just have to eat slow, and I've learned how to eat slow and a couple bites at a time. And plus, I have a medicine that helps me digest my food now, so I'm doing much better with that. Um, but when I got sick the other night, I just think my body doesn't tolerate leftovers as well. I think within the first day or two afterwards, I do okay, but after that, I have to tell him they're yours. And he's made so many different things. Like he got rotisserie chicken the other day and he made chicken and noodles and that. And I just feel so sad. I haven't been able to eat them. My mom made stew for Christmas and sent home some with us. And I had a little bit there, but I couldn't eat any more after that. So yeah, I have to be careful because when I start to get a pancreatitis attack, it's like my body is like, nope, no more protein. So I went a day without eating regular food and just had my drinks, and I would add my flavorless protein powder to my drinks to try and make sure I got my protein in. Um, which is very important because otherwise, of course, I'm not going to heal correctly after surgery. But I went for my post-op. Everything's looking good. They hadn't seen my incision until he took my bandages off because it's in the notes to not remove your own bandages, wait for them to fall off. because they use the waterproof tape over it and everything so you can shower and everything. And eventually it will fall off. Well, it wasn't falling off on its own, so he took it off today. And I think maybe one of the reasons is what I found when he took it off. I have never had anything suture-wise for incisions before other than regular sutures, where they have to snip and take them out later, or staples. So I've been sewn up or I've been stapled up. And I know how my scarring does with that. But this time I was glued. So I don't know how that's going to be because I've heard that scars can get pretty bad. So it's a good thing I do have this skin stuff. It's called Reveal, and it helps take away my scarring so well. So I've been waiting to be able to take the bandage off so I can start putting my Reveal on it to help heal it. So I can start doing that tonight. Um, I was surprised to be up tonight to be here with you guys, but I'm glad that I am. My husband ended up being called into work, so he's taking all the time that he can with what used to be his second part-time job and is now his only job. So until he finds another job, he's taking as much time as he can. And being that it's security in hospital and there are so many people who have either quit or have gotten sick, that are out sick with COVID, and that they need all the extra help that they can get right now. Oh, excuse me. My mouth is just so dry. Drinking one of my absolute favorite teas. And this is why I put it on pause earlier, because I was telling you guys that I've got some stash tea. Somebody had sent me some stash tea. Either one of the people that I order bookmarks from on Etsy, actually, I think two of them send a tea packet with their orders. And then um, I won a prize from the Cozy Cottage. I think that's what, or Creative Cottage. I can't think. No, her name is Hannah. Um, and she always puts tea in with it because, as she says, tea and crochet or tea and yarn, it just goes together because she mainly knits, but she does do some crocheting as well. Um, but anyway, I tried some new teas after I got Christmas money, and I had put some teas on my list, but I didn't get any, which was fine because I got some, yarny stuff that I needed. Um, like I got my, I'm gonna forget that my Swift that I've been needing. I got a kitchen scale, which I've been needing. Lots of things that I've been needing that I got. Uh, I got a pinwheel to be able to cut cloth or plastic so I can make yarn, or I can make my own cloth yarn to make rugs with, which I want to do here. Try here really soon. I have so many sheets from when I was a massage therapist that I can just cut up and make rugs out of with flannel and different. It should be really, really cool. Um, but anyway, I bought some tea, and I had tried some stash tea and I really liked it. And I can't remember what flavor it was that I tried. I meant to write it down, but I didn't. And I've been looking for some different flavors of chai tea because Bigelow used to have a chocolate chai and a caramel chai, and I just fell in love with them. My daughter's ex-boyfriend, when they had lived here before, he had gotten both of them. And when they moved out, he just left them behind, and he said, "You like tea? Go ahead, you can have them. Um, I'll just get myself some more." And that's something I used to always do. I have joined Republic of Tea, I think it is, online because I had been looking for a place, and I gave him tea one year, and I did like a sampler pack, and I gave him some samples and me some samples, and I got some citrus. My daughter likes like the orange tea, and I got her some tea. And normally, like, my husband will give us all coffee, and I thought, he was a tea drinker, her boyfriend. I've been getting more and more into teas. I like my coffee but I have been preferring tea. It helps settle my stomach better, especially peppermint type tea. So I got this one that has turned out to be one of my absolute favorite teas, and it's called Christmas in Paris. And I went on to Stash looking to see first if they had any matcha teas, if they had any chai teas, what different teas they had. And I was looking, I'm like, okay, they still have some of their Christmas blends. I'm going to get some more of this. I had seen it on Amazon and I just went ahead. I had wanted it, nobody bought it for me. So right after Christmas, I bought myself a box and I tried it and just loved it. And I couldn't remember. There was another one that sounded so good. It was called White Christmas. I can't remember what was in it, and I won't know because I'm not going to go look it up on the site. I don't even know if it's on the site anymore because they were completely sold out. They do Christmas packs with different blends, and I got a 6 pack from Amazon. I did because they were out of them on Stash's site, and between either paying it shipping on Stash or not paying it and the little extra they charge on Amazon, it ended up being around the same price. And I couldn't remember what all the teas were, so I went to grab them or at least look to see what they were, and I ended up grabbing the boxes and bringing them in to show you what I got in this holiday pack because I have found one of my absolute new favorite teas that completely surprises me because one of the ingredients I am not a huge fan of. I mean, I don't mind it in my baked goods and different things, but if it comes to tea or stuff, I have not always liked the different blends that I have had it in, and I tend to stay away from it. So, with that said, I'll start with the ones that, they're nice, but they're not my favorites. Um, I like them all. So, they can all be added to my favorite list. Actually, I will start with the Christmas in Paris. That's this one. And it has luxurious chocolatey flavor paired with lavender and cool mint. And it is so, so yummy. Let me cover my face. So there's that. And it's nice on the other side. It's Noel a Perry. And then one of the other ones that came in the 6 box thing is Cranberry Pomegranate, which this one is extremely yummy too. If you like fruity teas, then this is a good one. A bright blend of juicy pomegranate and tart cranberry flavors. It was really good. It wasn't too tart. I like tart. Like I grew up with my grandma's lemon pie, which she always made tart, and my dad has always told me it was not tart enough. So I have learned how to make it really, really tart by using instead of the water all the water you're supposed to use to make the gel, the lemon like gel for in the lemon pie. I have replaced the water with lemon juice, either fresh squeezed or concentrate or whatever I have on hand, and that has made it really tart. My mom was like, "Ooh, my mouth just puckers so much." She's like, "Please make mine normal." So I make a normal one for my mom, and then I make that for my dad, and he says it's still not tart enough for him. And I feel bad. I have not been able to make him a lemon pie, and he reminds me of that every time I talk to him because I I've just started baking again, and I have a hard time standing, which is one reason why I've been doing bars. Like I said it in the last one, and I thought I told you guys again, but I haven't. I just made when I couldn't eat very well the day before I started getting sick and not keeping things down. I finally made my carrot cake bars that I had been wanting to make. I'm just going to call them carrot cake bars because they were still more cakey. I had found a way to make the cake mix into cookie bars. And this is one of those mixes that came from a place called Kitchenese. And I really love Kitchenese mixes, at least the couple that I've used so far. And so far, they've all been baking type mixes. But they put the ingredients, it's like they stack them. They like start with flour and then they end with sugar. Everything is in between, and you can see the different layers of the different things that they put in it when you pour it out. And then you just have to, I had to grate 4 cups of carrots, and I put a lot of my protein stuff in there so that it would be packed with protein. And I added a little bit more liquid accommodating for that. But I baked it, and then I made the cream cheese frosting, but I only made like a half a recipe of it because I knew it was just going to go over the top of a 13 by 9 and not over the half of a couple layers like it was supposed to. So, came out really, really good. My husband ate a couple bars and I think he liked them, but he left them for me because after I started getting sick, um, and what always tends to happen, and I don't know if it's with everybody with chronic pancreatitis, I think my doctor said it's very common, but I can't eat protein very well. It won't stay down, so then I can eat carbs. And that's how I keep myself from starving all the time, is I will like will get protein packed cereal, and I'll snack on cereal dry. Um or I'll bake something. And since I already had these baked and I had already doubled the amount of protein in it than I normally do, and it was made with fresh ingredients and everything. My dietitian said she knows I'm baking more and I'm doing more muffins, and not really just muffins, but the quick breads and stuff. And she said it's fine as long as I, you know, bake them with fresh ingredients and that it's not always using like a box mix. Um, I want to start finding some recipes for protein balls and making those because I know those are better for me. Um, But anyway, I made this. It came out really, pretty decent. But he left after he ate a couple. He left the rest for me because he knew that I could eat them. But I could only eat like a teeny tiny square at a time because they were so rich and so sweet. So it lasted for a couple days. I had something to eat while I was weaning back on regular food. And there was one day I didn't eat anything at all, only liquids that I added protein into, because if you go into the hospital with a flare up for pancreatitis, for acute pancreatitis, they're going to put you on an all liquid diet. And actually, it may be on a nothing by mouth for like a complete day. I allowed myself liquids, but especially sometimes it's so bad you can't even keep liquids down. So you get nothing at all by mouth until your stomach and your pancreas settle down. So that's what I did. I just did the liquids and I was sleeping a lot. So I knew I wasn't even going to get a lot of liquids, and I took care of it that way. But back to the teas. I showed you those two. Uh, there's one here called Christmas Morning, which is a joyful breakfast blend infused with an aromatic touch of jasmine. And I like this one. Um, Actually, you know what? I haven't had this one yet. I thought I had tried all of them before I came on here, but I know I'm going to like it because I like anything that has jasmine in it. This one's going to be open tonight. No, it's got caffeine in it. It's a breakfast blend. That one's going to be open tomorrow. And I'll have to let you guys know what I think of it. This one is one of my new favorites. Christmas Eve. It is a merry blend of spearmint and sweet holiday spices. I love peppermint tea because it makes my stomach feel better, but spearmint, oh, I love the taste of spearmint over peppermint. If you can give me a choice of the two, I'll do spearmint. And there is a tea, I think it's a Tiavana tea that Starbucks used to have it. I don't know if they have it anymore because Tivana got rid of it, and I want them to bring it back. You can find it in some places, but it can get very, very expensive because so many people fell in love with this tea. So I can't understand for the life of me why they got rid of it. But it was called Mint Medley, and oh, it was so good. And it had spearmint and peppermint. and I don't know if there's anything else in it, but I was in hospital and all I wanted was tea, but I wanted a peppermint tea because my stomach was bothering me so much. And all they have there is regular tea. So my husband went to Starbucks. We were down in Indy, so he went to Starbucks and he's like, I know my wife likes your tea, your mint tea. Can I get some? Can I just get the packet? She's in the hospital. Can I buy them off of you? And the guy was like, well, we can't sell just the packets because, we sell it already pre-made. And my husband did buy one, had him make one for me, and he brought it to me. But then the guy gave him packets. He gave him like 12 packets, like a whole box if you went to the store. And I savored those. Oh, they were so good. The best tea I have ever, ever, ever had. And now can't find it. So I'm looking for it. I found it on Amazon and I was going to buy it and then it was gone. You know how it happens, it got bought up. So I'm still looking. One of these days I'll find some more. Now here's this one. No, that's the one I was leaving for last. Here's one that I found that I like, Holiday Chai, because like I said, I've been looking for the different chais. This one's really good. It's a festive chai made with warm gingerbread and sweet rum flavors. I love gingerbread. I love gingerbread anything. So this is on my list of I love too. And being that I can only get it in the holidays, I'm going to be drinking this one sparingly. I've already, I don't know, drank like 3 of them. So it's that's my sparingly pile. Along with, I found this to be my absolute favorite out of all of them. I mean, Christmas in Paris is still like my favorite, and I now have 2 boxes of it. I had 3, but the one is like, because I've drank it so much, I think there's only 2 packs left in it. And right after Christmas, when I got it, it was the only thing I drank for like 3 days as far as tea goes. I even made it cold, and oh my goodness, I loved it cold. But you can't leave it in the refrigerator for too long because I think whatever the chocolate flavors in it is, something made it, but I can't remember if I added sugar to it or not. But I've still never had this happen with sugar before. You know how if you have like sugar water and it sets in the refrigerator for a while, it can start to get thick and make like a syrup. That's what happened. I went to pull out the inside of my the infuser thing, the inside of my tea thing, because it can be used for tea or coffee. It's actually a cold brew coffee thing, but you can brew tea in it too. And I went to pull it out, and it was just all this like slimy, and needless to say, I tossed it because I didn't know if it was good or not. I didn't want to take any chances that I had a science experiment that had started in there. I haven't been drinking as much cold tea, and it's the first tea that has ever happened to me with. I've had where you can see where it's starting to get some kind of growth in it because it's a bacteria growth. So you know to toss it, but I've never seen anything like this, and it didn't look like regular bacteria growth. But anyway, the one that has ended up being my absolute favorite and has a spice in it that I love when it's in baked goods, but I can pass up it any day. Like, this has turned out to be my absolute favorite. And I'm going to give it away what the ingredient is right now. But if you give me a choice between a blueberry muffin or a cinnamon roll with all the sweet frosting on it, I will pass up the cinnamon roll for a blueberry muffin because I'm not a huge cinnamon fan. But I know that cinnamon is supposed to help jumpstart your metabolism and stuff. So I try to tolerate it as much as I can. When it comes to teas and things, I have not been a huge cinnamon flavored tea drinker because to me it reminds me of when I was growing up. My brother used to make cinnamon toothpicks that you could suck on to get the cinnamon flavor off of. and he loved Red Hots. I do not like Red Hots. Once in a while, I would get a taste for them back then when my mom used to have them in the house all the time. And I would put a couple in my mouth, but I could not do them very often. My brother would make these cinnamon toothpicks, and then he learned how to make them with Red Hots. And he would just suck on them all the time, put them in his pocket in a baggie, and then pull them out and suck on them so he'd have a toothpick and he'd have the flavor that he liked, at the same time. It was a fad at the time. A lot of people were making them, and he just loved them. I am not a Red Hot person. So I figured when I tried this tea, I was like, I'm going to give it a chance, but I doubt that I'll like it, but it's one of the Christmas flavors, and I'm not going to toss it because I don't toss tea. I either give it to somebody if I don't like it who will enjoy it, or, I'll put it as a sample when I send things off or something. But I'm not going to get rid of tea because tea is too good to get rid of, and that's just that, like coffee. I'm not going to get rid of coffee. I will either find somebody who likes it or I will find a way to drink it. This is cinnamon vanilla. And I like most things that have vanilla in it. So I thought, well, let me try it. I will see. And it says a soothing chamomile. And I love my chamomile vanilla tea so much that I already have. And I've been looking for it again and can't find it. I can find chamomile vanilla with honey, but not just chamomile vanilla right now. Anyway, a soothing chamomile blend with spicy cinnamon and sweet vanilla. And this is so, so good. I mean, so good that I am thinking of going back to Stash and getting the big box. And the big box has 24, no, 48 maybe. It's like a bigger box full of tea. They have their 18 tea bag size. I guess they used to have a 20 or 24 tea bag size, and they don't do that anymore. It's either 18 or the big box. And I want to say it's 48, but I'm not positive on that. But I'm thinking of going on and getting the big box of this. They didn't offer it because this is a regular flavor. It's not, I think it's not just holiday. They just put it in with a holiday kit. It is so good. I can't even explain to you how good it is. It's that good. Now, I did order another from Stash. I put in an order, which was another one of the Christmas in Paris, which is how I got 3. And then I got this one, and it had high ratings. And I love lavender tea. I cannot be in a room with lavender in anything unless it's mixed with a lot of different scents, because I think I'm allergic to it as far as smelling it. But lavender tea, oh my goodness, I love it. And this is called Organic Lavender Tulsi. And it says it's a harmonious organic blend of revitalizing Tulsi and soothing lavender. And this is so good. I was so glad to find it in stock, because from what I read, it's not in stock a lot because people love it so much and they buy it up. This is amazing also. So I am set for tea right now until I find the matcha tea that I really, really want. Matcha tea, which I tried a matcha latte blend from Trader Joe's, which is okay. It's not the best matcha tea I've ever had, but it's also not the worst. I have had so much worse than that. It's not even funny. So it's on my higher end of my list. I just haven't found what I'm looking for. I haven't found like what I get in my Starbucks lattes yet. But I didn't try their plain matcha because for how expensive it is, I could have gotten 6 packs of matcha, instant packs that you mix in instead of blending it yourself. I guess how you're supposed to. I've never made the matcha tea myself. I've just ordered it from places. So I wanted to get some of the sticks of instant that I heard to be really, really well. And I've heard Trader Joe's was really good. But this, for the same price, I could get a can that had a latte mix that had more in it. So that's what I did. And I like it, but I think it doesn't have as much of the matcha flavor as I want as if I would have gotten the sticks. So I'll have to do those next time. My husband took me to Trader Joe's right before Christmas so we could get something for my daughter. And they had, I went looking in their seasonal teas. Like I said, I love peppermint tea. And one of my absolute favorites is by Celestial Seasoning, and it's called Candy Cane. And it tastes like having a peppermint candy or a candy cane. And I just love it. So I was looking for something like that. And they have, if I remember right, Celestial Seasonings is made with black tea, so that, which means it has caffeine. And I try not to drink a lot of caffeine. Trader Joe's has candy cane tea made with green tea, and I believe it was a decaf. I think they make it in regular or decaf. Anyway, I fell in love with it. I'd never had it in green tea before. Fell completely in love with it. My husband surprised me. He went back and he got me like 3 more boxes. So I am set on just regular peppermint tea. So that's why, yes, I'd like to find this spearmint blend. I so much want to find that spearmint blend. But I can take my time. And actually, I don't know if it was called Mint Medley now, because there was another blend that I used to find when we went to the hotel. I think that one was Mint Medley, but it wasn't by Savannah. It was by Bigelow, I think. Anyway, enough about teas. This isn't really just a yarny channel because it's a channel about me, um, and I just happen to crochet. I do have some yarn to show you, which I opened the bag, but I didn't open it and look. I just opened it so I wouldn't have to open it while I was on air. I ordered some yarn, and of course, you know how you get partials from Joann's to make some baby items with. So one of the bags came, and I'm not sure what all is in here. So I'm going to open that. I can tell it's only like 2 skeins, but I'm not sure which two of the, I think, 4 that I ordered it is. And some of them I ordered more than one of. So it may just be one. It may be 2 different kinds. I don't know. So I'm going to show you that. And then for all of you who have stayed to the end, you're going to hear how to win my birthday / 100 subscriber giveaway. Um, well, I'll explain it more in a minute. So anyway, here's the first one, Simply Soft. This is called Taupe Marl. I wanted the gray, but they were out of it. I am going to make a baby cocoon, which is like a sock monkey. I'm going to change up the pattern that I found because the person tried to put like amigurumi face features for the sock monkey on it. There's a hat, and then there's the cocoon itself. And she put the features on the hat and the cocoon. And I can see putting them on one, but not on both. And it didn't quite look right on the cocoon part. So I'm just going to do like sock monkey colors on the cocoon part. And then when I make the hat, I might put those on, or I may figure out different facial features on my own. Sorry, the cat is trying to chew at this bag. She loves these kind of bags. I got some regular embroidery floss for when I'm making amigurumis and that, because some of them call for embroidery floss. Others say that you can just use regular yarn and it's okay. And I will divide it. So I decided I wanted to try. Joann's had it on sale for 60 cents a piece. So I got 2 black. And then this is, I can find where the color is on here real quick. I used to know where the colors were on these when I used to embroider. can't find it. And I don't know if there's a... Oh, here's the other part for the sock monkey. This is Simply Soft marled in the red marl. Putting these two together. I said I wanted gray, but the monkeys, I've seen them done with the red and gray, or red and taupe, or even green and taupe, or green and gray. So the specifics on these really quick. This one's called Harvest Red Marl. 5 ounces, 141 grams, 240 yards. They're number 4, medium weight, 3mm hook, or 3mm. Let me see if that's a 3 or a 5. It looks like 3. No, it must be a 5 because it says an H. So it must be 5mm, I guess. Oh, they're on top of my head. 5mm. If I would have put those on, maybe I could have read it better. Wow, I need to hurry up because we're at 41 minutes. Although I think some of you don't mind when I get long-winded because you still seem to watch it. Others don't watch the whole thing. I can see when I look at the specs. It's color 777. So when you look up the DMC Plus, that's what it is if you happen to like this color. 777. Black is 310. As soon as I saw the color 310, I was like, okay, I remember that from when I used to get all the different colors. They'll tell you the color on the site, but it's color 777. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of it. Now, on to my giveaway. You're going to have to comment below. This is a subscriber appreciation for hitting 100 and also for my birthday being around the same time. And I'm sorry it's been taking me so long, but you need to comment below. And this is one of the things that you will get. I'm still not sure on the rest, but I wanted to go ahead and start the time. You're going to get days 111, a whole month. Hopefully you guys won't mind not having the calendar until like mid-February, maybe even beginning of March. But I want to give you guys a month. I want to give you until February 11th. I will, you have to comment below. I don't know what all the rules and all that. You need to be 18 or older. This is only in the U.S. I can only send this to somebody in the U.S. I do not have enough money for overseas, and I'm not sure how the shipping is in the post offices still, if they're still charging outrageous prices or if they're even shipping overseas right now, because I know for a while they had stopped. So for that reason, US only. I am so sorry. I cannot afford shipping overseas, and I also cannot afford right now to buy like a gift card or something, so that needs to limit it to the US. I promise when I can afford to, I will do one and appreciate my subscribers who might be from out of the US, which I think when I've looked at the graphics, most of you are from within the US right now. So I will make that up to you guys later for those of you who are out. Again, I'm sorry, I just can't afford to right now. I do feel bad about that, but I also don't want to not do a giveaway right now and wait until I can. You will get some kind of yarn. I am not sure which. I do have some really nice yarn as wool in it that I'm thinking of putting in here. So what I need you to put in the comments is tell me if you like wool type yarns or animal product yarns, or if you are strictly non-animal product. Because like when I deal with my daughter, I have to use all acrylic, or cotton or non-animal type yarns, because like tencel is non-animal. So let me know what you like better, or if you like them both the same. So that way I know whoever wins, if I can put um, anything with wool or alpaca um, in the package, or not. And also let me know if you're allergic to any types of yarn. Let me know what kind of yarn you like the best, whether it's acrylics or cottons or whatever, or not, or animal type yarns. And let me know if you're allergic to any type of yarn, because I would not want to send something to somebody that is going to hurt them. And I will be packing with some yarn from my stash. I don't know what it'll be. You will be surprised. I do ask that whoever wins, and when you receive the yarn, to please take a picture and post it, and I'll put the information when I have time to. It's not going to be up right away. To post it on my Facebook post, and if you don't have Facebook, then to my Instagram, and if you don't have one of those, then if you can take the picture, send it to me in my email, and I will post it. But I would like to see a picture, when you get it, and know what you think of it. And I am thinking of including, I have some like jewelry, I have some nail products from when I was selling Jamberry, just some other types of things to make it fun. So if you absolutely would not like any extras, but please no extras, or say, I say I like yarn, but please no, but not all the extras. What I do not want you to say is giveaway. I do not want somebody coming and just joining my channel because they know I'm doing a quote giveaway and then leaving, because that's just going to hurt me more than it will help me. So just let me know what type of yarns you like. Tell me anything else, you want to tell me, about what I've said tonight about teas. Let me know what kind of teas you like too. I'm sure I'll throw some tea in there as well. I've got enough of it. I will share it. Um, so tell me what like your favorite types of tea is. Tell me what your favorite yarn is, and if you like extra type things, because who knows what it may be. Like I said, I have different types of jewelry, usually bracelets and necklaces. I don't buy earrings because I can't wear them. But if I do happen to get them from somebody as a gift, I put them in what was my prize box for my direct service company when I had it, or my direct sales company when I had it. So, yeah, I still have some of those items. Actually, I still have quite a few of those items. So, those are the items that I may be putting in with my box when I send it. So it'll be just a nice little surprise box. It won't be all yarny. It'll be like me, a little bit of everything. Um, and if you don't like it, feel free to gift it to somebody else. My feelings will not be hurt at all. I hope that you do like what I send you, especially the yarn um, and the calendar. But like from all the extra stuff that I send you, if you don't like it, that's fine. I have stuff to be able to make my own stitch markers now, so who knows? I may throw in a stitch marker made by me. You never know. I haven't had a chance to make them yet because I haven't felt long enough, and I have other things that I have to get done. I would show you how far I've gotten on my daughter's wall hanging, except for I am getting ready to work on it here in a little bit, but I haven't pulled it out of the bag and stuff yet. And with all the bobbins and everything on it, it's just too much of a mess. So I'm close to being done. I will definitely show it to you when I am done. So And with that said, I'm getting close to an hour, and I do not want to go over an hour. I promise I will put rules to the customer, my my subscriber appreciation down below. Um, Honestly, I need to go and look at some of the other people's stuff. Like I may look at Bago Days and take from there. Um, I need to make sure that I get all the right rules. Like this is not affiliated with YouTube. This is not affiliated with Jamberry if I put some Jamberry products in there. This is not affiliated with the jewelry company. I have jewelry that's made by a couple different places. I know I have some pizzazz, I think it's called jewelry. I have some handmade jewelry from this lady who makes some amazing stuff. Um, who knows? I may put some. What's the other stuff? I'm trying to think. I'm looking at my burner right now. The company that has the wax. I can't think. And I've only been getting this forever. And they have more Scentsy. I may put some Scentsy stuff in there. I am not affiliated with Scentsy. Um, I'm trying to think if I have anything that hasn't been opened from the zebra. I can't think. I think I've opened all of my different scents from there, so I would not be sending you stuff that's been opened. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be a mystery box. Let's just say that the calendar is going to be in it, and the rest will be a mystery box. So, also let me know if you like mystery boxes, especially if you like mystery yarns. So, yeah, tell me all that below. And if you want to tell other people about this subscriber appreciation, just let them know that they need to subscribe. And it's only for people in the US over 18 years old. And yeah, and it's going to last until February 11th. So I have no problem with people joining on because they hear that I'm having a subscriber um, appreciation. I just don't want people joining. I don't want to put on here a giveaway because people will search specifically for giveaways and then do what's needed to be done, and then poof, they're gone. And I don't want that. If I get subscribers, I would like to have true subscribers. I know people are going to come and go. I'm a realist. I get that. So, I do know that. I just don't want people joining just for the chance of getting something for free. I want to be able to give back to the community who has been supporting me for the last, I don't even know how many months it is now. 7 or 8 months. So, yeah. Um, so there you go. I am sure I will talk about it again in my next time that I'm on. I am still trying to get a live together for the hair tie. I have made myself, it's not in right now. I was feeling because yeah, I took it out this morning before I went. I made myself a smaller hair tie. I do like it better, but I did not make it with a long enough chains on each side for tying. So I had to add on, and then that makes it funky, and my hair is entangling in that part. So just know too, with this hair tie, I mean, it's not the best. It's not a non-tangle hair tie, so you have to get your hair rolled up just right on your own, or you can have a big tangled mess. I had one with the chain that I had to add on to. So just know that. And so you're going to want to try and figure out the right size for you. If I had thicker hair, I would need one even bigger than the first one. But we'll get into that when I show you how I made them. Um, but I do need to make myself another one then with longer chains on each end. And I want to get one made here pretty soon. So I want to come on live and do that with you guys. So the only person who has given me a time has said 9 p.m. Central, not Central, 9 p.m. Eastern is the best for her. So if anybody else has times that are better for them, let me know so that I know. I'm trying to work this out with Nadine. She was without Wi-Fi for a little bit. I need to make sure that she has it back. Um, and again, if she can't do it with me, if somebody else wants to jump up and be on with me, that's fine. If you don't want to, that's fine too. And if somebody wants to jump up with Nadine and I, that is fine as well too. I'll put another person on, another person or two. I am fine having up to 4 people. So, yeah, I can't wait to do that. And you can tell I'm chatty and I haven't had people to talk to because I keep rambling on and I need to stop because I have crochet to get to and I need to put all this tea back. And I got some cats who are waiting for their treats. They had to wait earlier for their good food that they normally get in the morning today until we got back this afternoon. So, yeah, they're not happy campers today. And I want to be done with everything before my husband gets home and get to bed at a decent time. I have another doctor's appointment tomorrow. So, there you go. Here's a catch up. I am not going to put anything about the giveaway, um, the subscriber appreciation in the description. I will just tell you to hang on until, well, the original description. I will just tell you that you'll want to watch what's at the end if you are a subscriber. So hopefully that will give you guys enough hint to stick around to the end or at least fast forward to closer to the end. So remember, you matter to me. This channel has been keeping me going while I'm not feeling well. Um, Telling myself I need to get on and tape, but not just that I needed to get on and tape, but I needed to feel connected to you guys. Um, Even though I still only have a couple of you who comment, you have changed so much for me. So remember you matter. Remember you're beautiful. You're gorgeous. And again, if you ever need me, just send me an email. And yes, I may have bad days and I can't get back to you right away. And if I don't and I don't see it, send me another one. I am here for you. Once we connect, I promise you, I am here for you. So we're going on an hour. I got to get off here. Have a great night, and I will see you guys later.